Bet on Bears fans, another edition of the Chicago Bears podcast coming your way. Pat, the designer, John Jurkovic in the building. The good kid is here. And good kid, we got to have a conversation on where people's level of bought-in should be on this Chicago Bears team. Want to talk about that with you. Lamar Jackson may not play, per Dan Graziano. Have that conversation. And how important is a Cole Kmet absence going to be if that is the case this week? All that and more in today's episode of the Chicago Bears podcast. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Today's episode brought to you by Underdog. Make picks, win money. Good kid, you want to tell us a little about Mitch Lyons?
I do. Our good buddy Mitch Lyons at MitchLyonsWealth.com. The 5 years before you retire and the 5 years after you retire, the red zone of retirement. Okay, you've got to have a game plan going into that where you can go ahead and win retirement. That's what it's about. That's what we're looking to do. MitchLyonsWealth.com. It's what it's all about. You go there. He's got a book for you. He's got videos for you. He's got everything you need. Get in there, take a look, investigate, and give my guy a call. And he'll be more than happy to put you in the right direction. So when retirement does come, you are set and ready to rock.
110%. Make sure to tap in, MitchLyonsWealth.com. Jurko, I like to view you as the cold water of the show.
Mm-hmm.
When we're a little low, maybe we're a little sleepy.
I'll slap you in.
And we need a little pick-me-up, you're a little cold water in the face. When we're a little too high, we're a little too height. You need us to calm down.
Cold water.
Cold water on us, bring us back even keel.
Right.
So I got to ask you this, because I feel like Bears fans are on either you're all the way in or you're a little bit too low on the team. This 4-2 that the Bears are on, same record they were at last season, with what you've seen this season, should Bears fans be feeling like a little pick-me-up, a little wake-me-up, or should they be a little more calmed down and let's see how it plays out?
My preseason prediction looks like it's going to come to fruition. 10-7, 6-5 the rest of the way.
Yep.
There's going to be some ups, some downs. There's going to be some speed bumps. There's going to be times that we're going to think everything's the greatest thing in the world.
Right now.
You catch a break with Cincinnati with what they're having. They don't have Joe Burrow, but they got Joe Flacco. You're playing the right Joe.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing.
Of the two Joes you could play,
that's the right Joe. That's the right Joe to be playing. You might catch a break with Lamar Jackson not playing
possibly,
this week.
Yeah.
So that'd be another little bit of a break that you would have. You take the breaks when you can get them. At some point, though, you're going to have to win in the NFC North.
100%.
And there's 4 games left. You're going to have to go 3-1 in those if you're going to get to 10. That's just the way it is. That's the reality of the situation. So where's that going to be? Is it going to be one each against each of the teams you have left? That would mean a victory against Detroit in the final week of the season to maybe get you to 10-7. Is it going to be twice against the Packers? You went up to Green Bay last year. You gave it to them. I think you're playing better this year. I think defensively you're playing better. I think offensively you've got a little bit of a running game that you can brag about, which is not a bad thing to have. But you're going to have to do that. So, right now I just think that this team is going up. Can they go 6-5 over their next 11? I'm not asking for too much.
Yeah.
I'm just asking for one game above 500, so hopefully they're going to do it. But 3 of those victories have got to come against the NFC North if you're going to be able to make a difference and go to the playoffs. So I'd say that's where one should be. And if you don't believe that, then you need cold water in the face to wake you up.
Little wake up.
And if you think we're going to go 13 and 4, then I got to put it on to smack you around a little bit.
Put the fire out a little bit.
Yes.
And here's some of the comments I got. I put this out on Twitter on the way in here. Some of the comments that I got that Bears fans were concerned about. I want to get your reaction to this. With where the team is at 4-2 right now, the Bears haven't beaten anybody at full strength. I feel like if you're not at full strength right now, Jurko, you're probably not going to be at full strength 100% by the end of this season.
I don't apologize for teams not being able to present a full lineup because of injuries or other bad things that have happened to you. Play the teams that are on the schedule. Would I like to have beaten? It looks like Dallas is a little bit better than people think.
Yeah, I keep saying that.
Yeah, I think so. If you want to say, hey, where's your good win? I'm going to say Dallas was a good win.
Commanders? Not throwing Commanders on there?
I think the Commanders, but Commanders are in tough again this week.
Yeah.
The Commanders might take another one on the chin. But I had Washington missing the playoffs this year. Everybody was, ooh, look at Washington, ooh.
Yeah.
I had them missing the playoffs. My predictions that are on my desk, there's no Washington Commanders in my playoffs. So I'm, I anticipated there to be a little bit of a drop-off.
A little regression.
Well, only because it was the Hail Mary, and then they went on a roll.
A lot of one-win games in there, a couple game-winning drives in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So naturally, you're going to have a little bit of backstep. So, I think there's a quality victory in there for the Chicago Bears. So you don't have nothing to apologize. You play the slate, play the team. Can't play all of them.
Right.
You only play the ones they schedule you for, so don't apologize. And I think the NFC North games are the ones that are the most important.
Another one we got, I got off of that, was the offense hasn't had the pass and run be dominant at the same time yet. And for that reason, they feel like they can't be bought in on 4-2.
That's greedy. That's pure greedy. I mean, you're not the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Yes.
You're not one of the best teams in football.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about here? You're still a developing team with Ben Johnson in his first year trying to get this quarterback, in the right direction. I don't know where you think this is not a 14-3 football team.
Yeah.
If you can 9-8, 10-7, I'd sit there and I'd say, okay, we're heading in the right direction. You got another offseason with the quarterback. Good things could happen. So, yeah, I just think, if the offense and defense work together, this could be a dominant. That would be a dominant game for this team.
One thing that I continue to say is, and with Ben Johnson in here now, it has reset. Ben Johnson's timeline is not your timeline of how long you've been a Bears fan and how hurt you've been by this team over the years. Caleb Williams is not going to be a finished product in year 2. Now, are we going to come out of this season and say, we feel like he's moving in the right direction or not? I hope so. I hope we're saying that he's going the right way. I feel like he is going the right way based on what we've seen early in the season. One tough game, I think, for Caleb Williams at this point that I look at, I'm like, that was a bad football game, that last game we played versus the Saints. But it takes time to put this together, and right now we're having that conversation after wins. So,
year-to-year growth.
Year-to-year growth. That's
all I'm looking for, year-to-year growth. I'm not looking for game-to-game growth because it's going to be a little tricky, so I don't worry about it. But I worry about what did he look like in September and what's he going to look like in January.
Yep.
And then when they get him back, what's he look like going good into the season and what's he look like at the end. And I expect there to be year-to-year growth. I don't expect it to be perfect every single week. If you do, you're foolish.
Pat Mahomes had a 118-yard game, I think, 2 games ago. You know
sure.
what I mean? They're not all great. PFF would have you believe that he is the 13th best quarterback.
I started Hollywood Brown.
Did you? Oh, no.
Yeah.
For fantasy that week.
Yeah.
Is it Jurko? A lot of injury. Is there going to be a cut made to this team to try and wake them up for you this year?
A cut for who?
Yeah, I remember the one year you ended up cutting somebody off your fantasy team.
I cut Kurt Warner off.
Yeah, you cut Kurt Warner to send a message.
I just cut Tyreek Hill off my team too after he gets injured. At his age, the odds of Tyreek Hill coming back, and that was my dynasty league.
Yeah.
I put him out there. I don't know if anybody picked him up.
Put him out the pasture.
Well, they may have just stashed him on their injured reserve.
Right.
You only have one IR thing. I had Joe Burrow on my IR already. Mixon's on my, hey, I can't play him list.
Yeah.
So, there's a number of guys that end up on that list. It's unfortunate, but nobody's being cut off anything this year. I'm floating at mediocre in all my leagues after starting out hot.
Yeah.
But Bowers went down with an injury. Lamar Jackson went down with an injury. Joe Burrow goes down with an injury. It's like, I just traded away Jahmyr Gibbs in my dynasty league.
Yeah, for picks?
3 first-round picks and Jaden Blue.
Future. And Jaden?
And Jaden Blue.
Oh, Jaden Blue. Okay, nice little future bet.
Jaden, Jalen, whatever name, Cowboys running back.
Jahan. A little Jahan in
whoever
there.
He is.
A little Jahan Dotson back there.
But I wouldn't trade him. It's not my team. I got Burrow injured. I got Malik Neighbors injured. The plan now is to tank.
Try and get yourself right for next year.
But the problem is you got to come back. If you're going to get the first pick for next year, you've got to win your final 2 games of the season. You go into a playoff. The top 8 make the playoffs. The bottom 4 don't make the playoffs.
Right.
So if I'm in the bottom 4, I got to find a way to win 2 games.
Ooh.
And then get the first pick.
Setup.
That way you just can't tank it.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to have something. You got to still be able to play. But
so even if you get into the loser's bracket, the winner of the loser's bracket gets the number 1 pick.
I've got so many injuries. It's beyond the point of being.
I think that's the NFL this year, good kid.
I'm just beside myself.
Let's finish out this segment with this one. One more thing that people have said to me about this Bears team, why they're not bought in on the 4-2 right now.
It's because of last year.
Defense can't keep taking this football away at this level.
No, they can't. Not at 4 a game. You're not going to take 68. You're not going to take it away 68 times during the year.
Right.
You won't do it, but you can get a couple of takeaways a game.
Sure.
I thought they could have had 6 takeaways last week.
100%. You had one in the arms of Byard, and Deshaun Wright knocked it out.
Right. Yeah. They both knocked each other out. Yep. But they were going for the football. So, you're not going to be able to do it, but you may not need to do it every single game. Some games call for different things. So we'll see. I like the effort. I like the way they're playing. T.J. Edwards coming back has really made this team a lot better, which is good. Solid tackler in the middle. Can't be replaced by anybody, really. So I like the way they're playing. I worry about the defensive backfield, the injuries. They're starting to stack up. You lose Jalen Johnson, you're going and you're playing a bunch of guys, and then you lose Wright. You lose Wright for a little bit, then you lose Tariq Stevenson for a while.
Yep.
At some point, that bucket you go to the water park and that bucket's fills with water. You can handle it for a while, but at some point it's going to tip over and splash down on everybody.
Yeah.
I worry about the defensive backfield coming and splashing down upon everybody because they had too many injuries. So hopefully they can get back. They can be 100% healthy. They can get ready to rock.
Yeah, let's hope so. I think this week is going to be very interesting for this Bears team. Got to talk about what Dan Graziano reported. But first, let's take a look at a little underdog here. Yurko, get involved with a little underdog because last week we didn't do well. Courtney got the only pick right.
Yeah,
I didn't get Roma Dunze anytime.
Touchdown.
Yeah, anytime touchdown there. J-Mac went with a Caleb Williams over 1.5 or higher. Jesus. Caleb Williams higher than 1.5 touchdowns.
That didn't happen.
That did not happen. Courtney went with Alvin Kamara lower than 71.5 rush and receiving yards. Bears defense pulled that one through.
All right.
And we need a little bit this week.
And we can do anything, right?
You got Caleb. They only got certain ones on here because they don't know about Lamar Jackson just yet. But Caleb Williams, Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, all available. Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry.
No, I'm thinking about taking a game this week. Can I take a game or do I got to take a player?
You got to take a player.
Okay, we got to take a player.
Got to take a player.
Oh, boy. I'm going to go with a Isaiah Likely touchdown.
You want to know what? They do have Isaiah Likely on here, actually. You got an Isaiah Likely touchdown.
Isaiah Likely touchdown.
Are you a big believer in Isaiah Likely?
I was last year, but he's been hurt in the early portion of this year.
Yeah.
But if Lamar Jackson plays, he loves going to his tight ends. So that would be almost an automatic. But, I like an Isaiah Likely touchdown.
An Isaiah Likely touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Book it. I was not expecting an Isaiah Likely signing.
What do you got?
Today. I'm not going to lie to you. I like a Caleb Williams.
Boy.
I'm going to say we get back in on this. I'm going to say Caleb Williams higher than 22.5 passing yards. I'm going to say we get back in on this, Yurt.
Okay, above 222, is that plus 7,000?
It will definitely get us a little profit boost on there.
All right, listen.
You're not feeling that one? You're not feeling that one? Not confident?
I think there's a good chance it can happen. We need to complete some of those short balls.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson has been getting guys open. If they can catch the short ball, turn it up, and make it into a long ball, that'll be kind of nice. It'll be fun. Your problem is our guy right now is completing balls at about 61.5%.
Yep.
And it's not good enough.
100%.
It's not good enough. So would I have more confidence in plus if he was completing 68% of his balls? Yes. Why? Because that would give him, if he threw 30 passes, instead of only completing the ball 18 times, he would be completing the ball 21 times.
21 times, yep.
And to me, that matters. Those 3 receptions would theoretically matter.
And getting the higher yards.
7 to 9 yards a reception on those per attempt. That'll give me the extra 21 to 27 yards that I might need to take that one over. So
here's my thought.
Underdog.
Here's my thought process with it that I feel a little confident on here. The Ravens' defense passing wise has been atrocious.
Yeah, they've been bad.
They've allowed a lot of passing yards this season.
But Roquan's coming back.
Possibly. We still don't have a confirmation on that. But even if Roquan's coming back,
And he's going
He can't cover everybody.
No, he can't.
He can't cover everybody, Jurko.
No, he can't.
And as long as Jair Alexander's out there doing what he's doing, I feel great about higher than 222.5 passing yards. So let's get in on that, and we will continue to build this out throughout the week. Make sure that you guys are tapped in with Underdog as well.
Underdog.
Download the app today. Sign up with the promo code CBP to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code CBP. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Cue the disclaimer. Must be 18 years or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or over in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. All right, back in here on the Chicago Bears podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Good kid, as we get into breaking down this game a little bit versus the Baltimore Ravens here. We've talked about, kind of the defense struggling just there in the underdog segment. Bears right now are a 6.5 underdog coming into this game. And good kid, I just can't fathom it. Even if Lamar was going to play. But with Lamar not playing, possibly, per Dan Graziano, what are your thoughts on what this Baltimore Ravens game will look like?
So here's what I could possibly tell you. If Lamar Jackson comes back and he's 100% healthy, he's ready to rock. They're more like the Detroit Lions. And when the Bears went up to Detroit, what happened?
I've got 52 put on you.
Bad things happen to you. So they're more like the Detroit Lions when they have Lamar Jackson there. So that would be concerning a little bit. I think they're playing with more confidence. I don't think Lamar's 100% healthy. I think they would want, like Derrick Henry, to be able to carry the ball a little bit more than he normally would, and just kind of establish the run and maybe let Lamar off of bootlegs once they do that, have a little bit of fun himself. That's a scenario I could paint. I think the Bears are going to be tougher and have a little bit more backbone against Baltimore than they did against Detroit.
Yes.
But if this game starts to get away from them, then I get concerned. Same way I was against Detroit. When the game got away, it got away hard.
Yeah.
So that would be an area for concern. And our guy Caleb is building. He's building
Figuring it out.
Building it. And I don't know if he could stem the tide by himself if things start to go south in another direction. I don't know if he's the guy that can stem the tide. I'm hoping the defense is as stout as they look, and the defense comes to play, and this thing stays close the whole game. And all I need is for the Bears to have a chance to win in the fourth quarter.
Are you a believer in this run defense that we've seen over the last couple of weeks?
Oh, with T.J. Edwards back, I'm a believer. What's
he doing that's changing how this Bears team was?
He's a solid
4 weeks, 3 weeks of the season.
He's a solid tackler.
Yeah.
He also provides the point in the pivot and then puts our other guy back into a more comfortable situation. Yeah, puts Edmonds back there in a more comfortable situation, which I think he can find a way to capitalize on too. I think they're back to their natural spots, the way they naturally play. Two guys that have played with each other for 3 years that are accustomed to the way they do things. That's why I think they played better run defense. Also, the defensive line has stepped up.
Defensive line has been solid.
Billings has kind of started to stay in his own area. He hasn't been running out of there, so he's kind of sticking around a little bit. Montez looked like he played better. Not only did he get some pass rush, but when it looked like they were lost and they didn't have the defense down, Montez was outside, and I'm like, boy, they're outgunned over there. Montez and two defensive backs. They moved Montez in. As he moved in, he found himself free right where the player was going to be, and he made a nice firm tackle on that play. So I think the D-line's playing better, but T.J. Edwards coming back, I think, has really helped solidify this. I also think they've got some run blitzes that they've been running.
Oh, yeah.
Obvious running areas, they're bringing guys off the corner.
Together,
Right. So they're taking away decision lanes for everybody. You're playing it, you're rolling it a football, and you got a guy coming off the corner. I think they're tackling better. If you do that and you miss the tackle, he's out into the second layer, and then it's no good.
Yeah.
So,
doing pretty good with the gang tackling.
No big runs against New Orleans.
Yeah. And I think that's the part, and even really kind of versus your big runs came from your quarterback in that Washington game, right? Jaden Daniels getting out, making a big run. You kind of
but your big runs against Vegas happened by Genty.
By Ashton Genty, who really hasn't had a big run since.
Yeah.
So talk about your get right game.
He had his coming out party against the Bears.
Yeah, coming out and going back in there.
A quick party.
He came out and he went right back in. Good kid.
I know you won't get the reference, but it was a Peter Brady party. Peter threw himself a party and nobody came. So Genty had a one-game party and it was over and it was it, and they lost the game. So
here's the worst part. I do get the reference because my family watched Me TV every day. So I'm right there with you, good kid.
Peter Brady party.
Little Brady bunch, little Dick Van Dyke, all in the 2 o'clock hour. You know what I mean? Little Andy Griffin. You know what I mean? I mess with
Catch that in the morning.
I love a Barney Fife episode. You know
Friends, what I mean? What's the other one with Charlie? Charlie, you know Charlie. He has the kid and his brother lives with him. I love that sitcom. Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Oh, 2.5 Men.
Boom, 2.5 Men. I love that one.
I thought we were going 19. I thought we were sticking with the 1960s here. I was like, wait a minute.
No, them are the ones that are on all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what you can't find now is Cheers. I can't find an episode of Cheers for the life of me. On all the stuff that I have, I can't find Cheers. Seinfeld till my eyes bleed.
Yeah.
Friends.
You can find Seinfeld.
Friends until my eyes bleed, and then 2.5 Men I get, but I can't find Cheers no more.
Apparently, Cheers is on Paramount Plus. There, good kid.
Yeah, well,
it's on Paramount.
I can go there and get it by the episode, but I'm just talking about it happening to go across it.
Going on YouTube, just on a channel.
Where you sit there and you just go through all the channels and it's there for you. Let's
get Cheers back on the air for the good kids.
I like Cheers.
Let's get Cheers back on the air for the
No Hill Street Blues no more.
Norm. That's how we should greet Yurko just to start the pod. Just everybody, Yurko.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll bring that in.
I mean, I'm looking for Hill Street Blues. I'm looking for Simon and Simon.
Yeah.
I'm looking for all the greats. Cagney and Lacey. Yeah, what Three's Company?
Little Three's Company?
Oh, yeah,
Three's
for a long
Company
time.
Too.
Once they took
Come and knock at my door.
Suzanne Summers off, though, it went straight down the toilet. It went straight down the toilet. It was not good after that.
Wasn't that when Mork and Mindy spun off? We're having a real 19.
Mork and Mindy.
Didn't
Mork and Mindy spun off Happy Days.
Happy Days.
They spun off of Happy Days.
Yeah.
Laverne and Shirley spun off of Happy Days, and then Mork and Mindy spun off of Happy Days. Yeah.
The more you know.
I love that my husband's so handy. He leaves more money for the important stuff. Whoa. Gosh darn it, Steve.
Oh. Don't be like Steve. Call Avondale Roofing. DIY is for Pinterest, not your roof.
Yeah.
Let's finish it out with this good kid as this Bears team seemingly has found the run defense. They're going to have to deal with that versus Derrick Henry. Looking at the run game coming into this week, they have used their tight ends a ton in this run game. There's a possibility Cole Kmet may not be able to go in this game with the back injury. We're recording this before the injury report has been released, so if the injury report changes, this may all change. But how important is that Cole Kmet absence going to be for this Bears run game that they found over the last couple weeks?
Move the drill. Move the drill.
I love it.
That's it. Move the drill. He's hurt. Bring the other guy in, and boom, we move the drill and we go on.
That's such a.
It's not complicated.
I remember hearing you and Waddle talk about that growing up, and it changed how I watched injuries on football. Yeah. Like literally, was it the Bears or maybe it was the Monday night game? They were all down on one knee, and the refs were like, "All right, let's play," and everybody got up and kind of moved down. Well, and they got him off of the field, and it was just like,
I mean, when I blew my knee out in college, 1987, April 2nd to be exact, and as I'm laying there in pain, you hear the head coach, Bob Spoo, it was his first year there. He goes, 20 yards up, guys. 20 yards up. Chains are moving. Boom. Everybody moves. And it's just me and the doctors. And I had dislocated my knee at that time, too, so they kind of palpated it. They just kind of turn it, and it popped back in.
Ooh. And
everything. And it had hurt no matter what. It didn't
yeah.
I was in pain. I was hurting. But it was move the drill. And when my final injury in Cleveland, I was on the field, and I'll be hot damned, I tore my hamstring tendon off my pelvis, and they're getting me up to walk off the field. So I got up, I walked off the field, and I told him I'm walking because if it's going to be my last play, I know it might be.
Yeah.
That I'm not going to get carted.
You're not getting carted off. You're walking off.
I'm going to walk off. I don't care how much it hurts. I'm walking off this field, and it hurt. I got there, and I got to the bench, and I said, give me a buggy and get my fat ass inside. and then I got hurt, right? And so I go over to I'm in the not the infirmary, the training room.
Yeah.
I got one of the trainers with me, and he's getting me ice and stuff. It's black and blue. It's torn, blah, blah, blah. We get an x-ray on it. They see, what's that? It's an avulsion. Mm-hmm. When your tendon, my hamstring tendon tore off, they're looking to see how much bone it took with it.
Oh.
So when the tendon goes, they want to see how much bone. Is it a clean break?
Yeah.
If it's a clean break, it's easier to put back.
Yeah.
They have to have surgery. And we had surgery the next day, which is always exciting. But, so I'm there, and it's just a trainer, me and a trainer. Tim Couch gets hurt. First round draft choice out of Kentucky, first pick. Couch gets hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Now it's you, Couch, and the trainer.
Me, Couch, trainer, two other trainers. The owner, Al Lerner, coming down. Dwight Clark, general manager.
Oh, no.
Carmen Policy, team president. All coming down to check.
If Tim's okay.
If Timmy's okay. Hurt his ankle. Hurt his ankle. Is he going to be okay? Right? Meanwhile, I'm sitting there, tendon gone. Boom. Incapacitated. The guy with class, Al Lerner, comes over.
Yeah.
Shakes my hand, asks me how I'm doing. I said, I'm good. I said, we think we tore my hamstring tendon off the pelvis, blah, blah, blah. He listens, and he says, yeah. He says, man, it's a tough game. He goes, just a tough physical game, yeah. He goes, all right, get better. So at least Al Lerner came over.
At least.
The owner of the team come over to say, hey,
Yeah.
I acknowledge the fact that you're here. We've all rushed in here to see if Timmy's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But no Dwight Clark, no Carmen Policy, no Mikey Colello, the head trainer. None of
The
that.
head trainer wasn't even with you?
No, I had the assistant. I had the most capable assistant. Was over by me. So what are you going to do, That's the way it works. Hey, you know where you're at on the totem pole, right?
Yeah.
Rookie quarterback, first-round pick. He's way up there high on the totem pole.
Yeah.
I'm one of the, I'm the
You're
rocks.
cog in the machine.
I'm the rocks around the bottom of the totem pole, Help keep the totem pole up. That's my job.
That's tough, though.
Yeah, it's the way it works.
The torn off the bone, I feel like that's head trainer
So I came back.
material.
Yeah, after that, I recovered for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
On New Year's Day, I went back to Chicago. Northwest Indiana, where we lived, in Cherville, Indiana. I had to sit in the back of a SUV facing forward with my leg cockeyed 90 degrees.
Right.
Supported by the stuff that was around me. I'm looking forward like this on my stomach the whole time, by the time we got home. But I rehabbed it for the next 2 months.
Right.
Starting in January and February. It was the beginning of March. Well, I got a call up to the big guy's office, and it was Chris Palmer, the head coach. It was Carmen Policy, and it was Dwight Clark. And they come in, they sit me down. And I know already what's going on. I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I know I had injury protection because I got hurt. Years left on my contract. Surgery ended my career. So I knew it all. They bring me up, and they, start looking down. They're looking here, and, Palmer starts talking about, sometimes you've had 10 great years, man.
He's going to hit you with philosophy real
You've had
quick?
10 great years. And I'm looking at all of them. I don't even care. Chris is kind of looking, but looking down.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the other two. And I go, fellas, come on. I go, who are you talking to? You're talking to Jurko here. I go, I get it. I had a catastrophic injury.
Yes.
I get it. I'm entitled to injury protection. He goes, at some point, you guys got to waive me injured. I'll be out in Vegas or I'll be somewhere. I'll read it in the paper. The Cleveland Browns waived John Jurkovic injured. I filed paperwork for injury protection, and I get whatever I'm supposed to get with injury protection at whatchamacallit. I go, well, let's not play games. I said, I wish it could have worked out better this year for you. I wish I could have been healthy and I could have played the rest of my contract out. I go, those things did not happen, okay? I wish you guys luck. I said, you got some talent on this team. I said, you just got to coach it up. And I said, you guys are going to be in good shape. I shook everybody's hand. I said, did my exit thing. They took all the x-rays they needed so they could protect themselves so I wouldn't come back and sue them.
Right.
Boom. Done. Like a notch. Took my final flight home. Got back to the house. I said, well, I'm done playing football, which meant now you got to figure out what the hell you're going to do the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And so I had been doing TV and everything anyway, so it did make a difference. McNeil and I had been talking, and this was 2000, March of 2000.
Yeah.
So the NFL was going to pay me anyway that whole year. So I had time. So I was out planting seeds, trying to network a little bit, talk. And my first gig was with TNN doing arena football. That's the first job I got after I hired my agent, Brian Harlan. Sam Weiss had surgery on his neck. They ticked his vocal cord, and his voice changed. So they needed somebody in a pinch, and my guy got me in. So, boom. That's what I ended up doing with Jill Arrington, and he's the voice of Alabama football. The voice of Alabama football. Eli Gold.
Eli
Gold and Jill Arrington. And then, so I started doing that in like December of 2000. So, I was double dipping, getting a couple of checks in, still from the NFL, still from them. And about May of 2001 is when we started the Matt Jurko and Harry show. So we went from that to that, but I had made a commitment to go to Europe to do NFL Europe for Fox. So I shot over there and did some NFL Europe for Fox. Right after we started the show, May 3rd, I think, or May 5th, we started the show.
Yeah.
In June, I was over in Europe for 10 days in Germany, doing 2 games on.
Was it a good Europe trip?
Football.
Was it an entertaining one?
Oh, no, it was fun. It was good. Yeah, I went out there.
Or was it like now where
it was
it's like
a work
the
trip.
Worst games we can ever send over
Nope,
there?
it was a work trip. It was, we had the Scottish Claymores against Frankfurt Galaxy, and we had the Rhine Fire against the Berlin Thunder.
Oh, this was for NFL
Yeah,
Europe.
NFL Europe.
Okay.
NFL Europe, yeah. So it was a tryout.
Yeah.
So I went over there, tried out. They gave me 4 games that year. So I had to do NFL games that year, too, so it was kind of nice. And I did 2 games the next year. So I did 6. You know what their critique of me was, Fox?
Too honest?
No. You're too much like Madden and Millen.
Too much like Madden?
I'm too much like your 2 best guys? I sound like your 2 best guys, and that's a problem? So I said, all right, whatever. It's not going to happen. And we went back to the radio stuff, and the radio stuff's been, what am I now, 25 years?
25 years. Dominant.
Yeah.
Been on the radio my entire. I've listened to you my whole life.
Must have made the right decision.
You did something
sticking
right.
with the radio stuff. So.
You did something right.
I didn't mean to go down memory lane now.
Listen,
it's the Bears podcast.
I love when you go down memory lane because you say all of that to say, are you saying Cole Kmet's the rocks at the bottom of the totem pole right
He's
now?
with me.
Is he?
Cole, you're with me.
Is that kind of the conversation that you're having there? With
all right, I think this is the most important thing I might say today now. Right now, Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet are both the rocks at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
Because the targets are not coming to the tight ends right now. It's been 7 games.
13 targets, I believe, for Colston Loveland.
And how many? And look at how many for Cole Kmet.
Probably 10.
Right now, they're both on track to catch, between the two of them, the tight end position, about 49 balls. 48, 49, maybe 50 balls.
Yeah.
Depending if they get featured sometime down the line. So both of those guys are being asked to block. They're being asked to be part of a offensive unit where the tight end is not being featured at all.
Yep.
Roma Dunze is your number 1 guy. I believe your number 2 guy is DJ Moore as far as targets.
Yep.
Then Zacchaeus is your number 3 guy, if I had to guess.
I would agree. 19 targets for Cole, 9 receptions.
Yeah.
19 targets for Cole.
Yeah.
Remember he had the one game where he got like 9 of them, and then he caught 3.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're going to get targeted 75 times with 50 catches, maybe.
That's rocks at the bottom of the totem pole.
That's rocks at the bottom of the totem pole. That's what you are right now. So people who want to criticize the tight end position, if you're not getting thrown the football, it doesn't make a difference.
That's been my biggest thing. I see people who are, and maybe this goes back to a Ryan Poles draft conversation of take somebody that you're actually going to use.
Trey McBride, how many targets he have this year? He's tight end. No, don't look. Give me a guess. Don't look. I got it for you.
I would say already probably 45.
62 to be exact.
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson.
Well, they don't throw to Marvin Harrison Jr., so no surprise.
Jake Ferguson. Targets this year.
If we're going with the theme here, give me 59.
58. You know how many receptions? 51.
51. Yeah,
51 receptions out of 58 targets.
Yeah.
He's missed 7.
Yeah.
10 targets have been missed already for Cole Kmet.
Yeah.
So is the tight end to blame or is the quarterback to blame? Or is the offense to blame? And the secret and the key is to find out which one it is.
Right.
You know, maybe it's a little bit of everything. We'll have to find out. But which percentage of everything is it? That's the key. That's what the coaches are there for. That's what they're all trying to figure out is how can we make it more productive, including your quarterback. How can we make it more productive?
100%.
Because let me tell you, when you're at 60% completion percentage,
Always bad.
you're not. The job is not getting done.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with that.
Yeah.
It's not a bad little something to be left with.
No, is it? Listen, this is a great Chicago Bears podcast. We
Maybe
went
the
down
best
memory
ever.
lane.
Best ever.
Maybe the best ever, Jurko.
Best ever.
Maybe the best ever. I'm not opposed to that.
I like this blue shirt.
You kind of your story kind of reminded me of the Giants a little bit this year. We saw Russell Wilson get in for one play, and Daboll's in the blue tent going, "Is Dart alive?
Yeah.
Please tell me Dart's
He's begging him.
alive."
He's begging. The only story I left out is the story where I was at the Ryder Cup and I was staying at a house, and then the owner asked me to make a free throw for his son. That's the only one I left out right now.
The owner asked you to make a free throw.
That was
for his
Jordan's story last
son.
night.
Little Jordan.
Come on, that was Michael Jordan's story. I was just playing off of that
I'm
one.
like, what?
No, that was Michael Jordan's story. He stayed at the Ryder Cup out in Ireland, and the owner where he was staying brought his kid to meet him, and he said, "Can you make a free throw for my kid?" Because he had a basketball. And then Jordan says, "I ain't picked up a basketball in I don't know how long." I was nervous.
From yesterday.
Yeah, from yesterday. I thought you would have caught that. I thought you were an NBA fan. My mistake.
Jurko, I was more excited about the NBA games than the 2-minute clip of a 30-minute interview that they're going to give us for 82 games.
Well, I watched. Danny Zetterman made such a big deal about it.
Yeah.
I made sure that I stayed for the halftime.
Yes.
And I made sure that I watched the Tirico interview with him. Just, I didn't want to be accused of missing something that's very important.
Yeah.
How important it was, I don't know, but
I watched it, and I got 2 questions of, great, Mike's back.
anytime MJF talks, I love it. And, of course, I'm waiting for the stories he tells about when Petrovic put 40 on him.
Woo!
Drazen. I want to hear that story on how the NBA Defensive Player of the Year had 40 put on him by Drazen Petrovic.
We got to get him on now. Let's get Michael Jordan on. EO, book that. Appreciate you guys.
I don't know if we'll get that. I don't know if we'll get that, though.
I would love it. First interview, first question from Jurko.
Yeah.
So what about when Drazen put 40 on your head? What were your thoughts
What
on
happened that day?
What happened that day?
What was going on? Everywhere. Not only that, it was 3-point. It was everywhere. He drove on you. He did everything. He created space. What happened that day?
I gotta send you a clip of Reggie and Mad Max talking about it. And they were like, he smelled terrible. You couldn't understand what he said, and he trash talked you the entire time. Well, there was nothing you could do to stop him.
The body odor of the Croatian is just the natural aura is how we like to keep it.
Yeah, a musk, if you will.
We don't want to take it away with any parfums, the toilets, or soap.
Or soap.
Or soap.
No. Big water people.
Yeah.
A big water people. What a good kid, John Jurkovic. It's your boy, Pat, the designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bread down, one love. EO, have fun titling this one. Peace.